What up, peoples? Try this again. Try this again. Sharing the group. Oh, what up? What up? I was watching that game. That game was it got bad quick. It got bad quick. Yep, I'm just sharing the screen. A good day today. I had a good day today. I'm not mad. We got a lot to address. I'm not mad. I think I shared it. Yeah, I need to. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it got it got crazy in there today for a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, Warriors took Game 7. I mean, it ain't over, but it's over. Hold on, I need my headphones. All right, y'all can hear me, right? Testing, can you hear me? All right. What are these? Is my headphones. All right, as I try to get myself right, I had this put up in my book bag. All right, good. I just can't hear myself. All right, there we go. It's a little better. All right, we got everything working. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to another episode of The Outside. We want to go over the tour stops. I asked Dre to see if he wanted to come on after the game. Um, but yeah, we're gonna talk. talk. We had a meeting with Tynell today. Um, I yeah, we had a meeting with Tynell today. You know, yeah, we had a meeting with Tynell today. Very good meeting. Very good meeting. Um, I went to Dougie Vision. Had a decent time. Um, let me see where else. Echo. Where else did I go? Shout out to Dougie. Put a decent event. First time bowling the AMF All Star. Didn't do too hot in represent. Bowled very well in the bracket. Um, Should have made it, but shot myself in the foot again. But we learning. We learn. Um, let me see what else. We um, where else did we go? Uh, do I know any words in Spanish? What kind of hola? There you go. Tour shot was interesting. Uh, Tour shot was very interesting. Um, no real surprises. No real surprises. Top shelf shot theyself in the foot. Heard they were up 150 going and after one. And full throttle came back and won. That was probably the biggest surprise. Striking results just showed how good they are. The outsiders skated by again. The ones realize they're not the ones. Yeah, that's yeah. No, I'm civil. I ain't. I'm not mad today. I'm cooling, cooling. As you can see, I'm feeling nice right now. I wish I could. I wish I could take my setup outside. Yeah, but yeah, no, we had a good time. We had a good day today. Indiana stole game one. For those the basketball fans out there, you know, yeah, for the basketball fans, Indiana stole game one. That was a big game one win. The fashion they did it too. Big shout out to Indiana. But you got to score points to beat them. They tough. You got to score points to beat them and their coach. They got a very good coach. What else? What else? Um, Appreciate the subscription. Um, Flash Weekend, July. If you don't know Flash Weekend, it is a very dope weekend. They do it in Greensboro. He's bringing it here. Um, Trust me, he puts on a good tournament. They're fun. Um, yeah. So trust me, you wanna make sure you get a spot. Flash Weekend in Atlanta is big. Um, so okay, so let's yep, Golden State, like they Golden State showed veteran leadership. Like, don't get me wrong, like the Rockets are no scrubs. Like, don't get it twisted. I think the Rockets would have took any team in the playoffs right now to 7 games. So don't get it twisted. But there's a difference between knowing how to play basketball and knowing the game of basketball. and Golden State knows the game of basketball. So that that veteran it showed in this series. But I think they got Minnesota. Mm. So that's gonna be a good one. Thinking for another fight. But I guess let's go in order. Let's talk about this weekend. Let's go in order. So we say the Rockets are the future is bright. Yeah, they one team away. All right, let's talk about this weekend. Let's talk about this weekend in order. So me and Nick drove down to Greensboro. I was trying to get there in time for doubles, but it was a relaxing weekend. We got down there. We tried to make it for doubles. We didn't. So we ended up going to Buffalo Wild Wings. Watched the game. Then the next morning we had Dougie Vision. So we both bowled well, but we both had games we wish we'd done better. And I think the cash was. I mean, to make the cut was like 704. I think I was 20, 30 pins out, and that's easily my first game because I opened 3 times. Yep, as Jonathan said, yeah, Flash Weekend is. Yep, but yeah, yo 704 was the cut, but like I said, missed it by 30. First game I shoot 220 with 3 opens, so it's you got I can easily get open. These two of those spares are probably one of them was a split. Two of them should have been made. Um, that's easily the cut right there. I had a good look. Um, then as we're getting ready to bowl, what up, Charles? As we getting ready to bowl teams, rep your set with Dougie. Um, I start getting phone calls. Yo, it's crazy out here. Everybody can't run a tournament. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, we're at this tournament out here for bad intentions, it's doubles. And I hear that the whole tournament had to start over because half the tournament was doing Baker, half the tournament was doing Scotch. So I can see how that is confusing. Um, Let me also say this. Before I hear the story, because I've heard a little bit here, a little bit there, and I'm going to ask the chat. For those of you who bowled doubles, put your experience in the chat for me. So, and we're going to read them and we're going to go over it. But before we do that, let me say this. Yo, we got to have some type of grace. We gotta have some type of grace for these new tournament directors. Like, let them learn. Like, I know, like I heard it was bad. But let them learn. Like, give them another chance. Same thing with Alex. Like, cause we need them. The more tournaments, the more different things, the more different houses. Let's move this around. Like, but let's help them get it right. So please, please let me know. Like, so let's get that. So for those of you that just joined, if you want to talk, let's talk about the doubles. Put your experience in the chat. Um, Put your experience in the chat. For real. Wow. Damn. Damn. 12:30 to like 9. God damn, that's a shift. You damn near do a hospital shift. All right, put your experience in the doubles on in the chat. We're gonna read them out. I want to hear the experiences, but like I said, we got to give them grace. We need people. This is why that people be running from being a tournament director because they don't want to deal with y'all like this. So let's just give them grace. Come on, y'all, give them grace. But I do want to hear what happened. I want to hear the experience. Give them grace. Give them grace. I don't know what language that is, Lamont. Hey. But yeah, we. All right, I want to hear. All right, here we go. Here go one of them. Let me see. Let me put this a little bigger for y'all. All right, he said Terry and I bowled the format correctly and shot 259. They came out and said that we had to redo, then told us we could keep it, then let everyone influence them to change their mind, and gave us and only us the option to get a refund. Oh wow, not a refund. Oh, I like this. That's dope. They had a separate prize fund for whoever converted difficult splits. I like that idea. That's dope. That's dope. For those of you who just joined in, put your experience in the doubles, and don't forget we giving them grades. This is their first tournament. We letting them we letting them we letting them experience. We need more tournament directors. So let's for those of you. So listen. I felt like I went to work. I could have bowled two tournaments in that time frame. That's so, yeah. So I can understand this. I think it should have been a simpler format. With it being the first time tournament, something cut and dry. I can see that. Lamont said the format was first time was to advance first. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I see. Yeah, I think he's agreeing with you, Michaela. Yep. Dang. Oh, okay. They pulled the Ed move. They brought everybody drinks. Okay, I like that. Put y'all experience in the doubles. And for those just joining in, put your experience in the doubles. Strong course had over 100 to 150 penalty. Damn, hitting and everything. We said no bonus for mopping the floor for the first five. I see what you're saying. Like the first team could have got to buy something. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Sean Corsa, yeah, they did work hard. Appreciate the efforts. Chris, I think we all can agree that it's rough. The ones running it agreed that it was rough. I spoke to a couple of them today. They explained some of the things that happened they didn't expect. So it was definitely a learning experience. So yeah, everybody learns. Like trust me, you learn every single tournament. Something you could have been. He said we was lit. She said where was the drinks? For those of you just joining in, put your experience in. Put your experience in the doubles. We giving them grace. It was their first tournament. I know it was rough. I heard everybody, people was there for a while. So we giving them grace, letting them, the first one. But put your experience in the chat. We reading them. Lamont said it was an experience to say the less. I believe it. Put your experience in the chat, everybody, for the doubles. He said the banner was too small. Oh, they did a banner reveal or something? Did they do a banner reveal? Because I did see the banner in there today. That joke. That joke. I seen that pillowcase that they got in there at Bolero. Was that did they do did they do a banner reveal last night? Like here's our banner. Did they do a banner reveal? Somebody in the chat, please let me know. Did they do a banner reveal last night? Like, here's our flag. They got a clubhouse flag in there. Oh. He said the banner was Gustavo's durag. Yo, please tell me that they didn't do it. Oh man, somebody ain't nobody talking in the chat. Yo, tell me, did they do a banner reveal last night? Yo, that is hilarious. Yeah, they got a pillowcase hanging up. When I wanted it, I said, what is that? And then I looked closer, I said, oh. Oh, man. That shit look like a cape. That shit look like a cape. Oh, they did. Oh, did y'all have a drum roll when they did that? And then they had a banner. Man, now somebody, I gotta find a picture. Yo, who went live today in front of the banner? I need a picture. Yo, I need a picture. Yo, that is hilarious. Yo, and then it's dark too. Yo, they put their banner in the shadows. Yo, yo, my head hurt. Oh shit. Yo, they put their banner. Somebody just sent me a picture. Oh, yeah. This look like they won a championship in 1924. Hold on. I gotta show y'all this banner. This shit look like a clubhouse banner. Oh my gosh. Oh, hold on. Y'all gotta see this. Y'all gotta see this. Oh, hold on. Let me put. Oh yeah, that's. Oh my God, y'all gotta see this. All right, hold on. Here it comes. Pause. Oh no, I sent it to the wrong one. Oh man, my head hurt. Yep, there you go. Oh man, what the world? Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Hold up, let me shrink this. Uh oh, let me shrink this. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. This shit look like a treasure map they used to use. Look at this. Yeah, they look like they made this out of a handkerchief. Yeah, look at it. Yeah, he said there was words on it. Yeah, it, yeah, this little. Oh man, yeah, look at this thing. Like it's made out of old gym socks. It should look like it's. Uh, yo, those of you who's just joining in, know this is not a chamois. Yo, this looked like the first ever piece of leather. It was like a horse's blanket. Yo, yo, it looked like this thing should say "He Man Woman's Haters Club." Yo, this is somebody grandma made this. Somebody grandma worked hard on this. Yo, yo, this is hilarious. Yeah, my grandma made me that flag. Yo, this is hilarious. Yo, this is why I love the UBA. Yeah, that's what it do. It look like a chamois. All right, let me get off they flag. Oh my God, they got the first ever pins on that flag. Oh man. All right, for those of you who's just joining in and was there for the for the flag reveal. Oh man. Oh yeah, we noticed the flag. Oh man. He said that's a quilt. Oh man, that was funny. That was funny. Oh man, that was that was hilarious. But yeah, put your in the comments. In the comments, put your experience from the doubles. I want to hear about it. What happened at the doubles? Put your experience in the comments. Oh man, you ain't got a lot of me. I ain't bowl that well. I'm messing with you. I know. Let me. Matter of fact, that's a good idea. It's a good idea. Hey, trust me. They tried to joke on our jerseys when we first got here. 'Cause I thought we had the best jerseys. Oh man. Oh man. Let me try to get the people what they want. Let's give the people what they want. Mm. Said he made it. He felt like he got shorted. Hour of Tynell. Damn. Sitting an hour. Justice for the beach towel. He made the finals. But yeah, we gotta. I ain't gonna lie. I think Miss Marty could have made y'all the flag better than that. But yeah, we put your experience of the doubles in there in the chat. We talking about the doubles. We talking about the doubles. Y'all wanted me to come on here. Let me know what happened. What happened? I wasn't there. I already heard it was there. People was there from 12 to 9. Y'all did a hospital shift. Good grief. No, I can't lie. Cause when we had that situation, um, with the lady, we was in there for about 2 hours trying to tell them the rules and arguing. Damn. No, well, at least in the bowling was over. They was just waiting for their money. They said through the last ball of Scotch doubles at 5, through the first ball of top 10 BS a little after 8. God damn. Yeah, 5. That's 3 hours. Lamont said, major issue with the live program. or reuse and apologize again for the time. Let me, like I always told y'all, I always told y'all, these programs, these bowling programs are Stone Age and they come with no direction. Like, I literally, like, even to this day, like, when I'm sitting in my living room, I just I'll pull it out and just run a fake tournament in my living room just to make sure I know where everything is at. Those bowling programs, I understand. First time using, like those bowling programs, like they like it. You gotta continuously use them to get familiar with everything. Like it's tough. Like Alex, I ain't gonna tell a lot of you. Alex Jordan has came and helped me plenty of times. Ty Tillery came and helped me plenty of times because we got stuck with those programs and we didn't know how to use them. So those programs, man, they are not user friendly and they don't come with directions. They barely come with updates, and it's expensive as hell. The shit is like $200 for one of them programs. So if you get one of them programs and don't like it and gotta buy another one, that's another $200. Like that shit is crazy. Like yeah, so like with these programs, you gotta. Hey, I'm like y'all have heard me say that plenty of times. Like these programs fucking suck. With all this development and technology that's out there, these programs are fucking terrible. Matter of fact, most you don't believe me? Next time Roger May is doing brackets, walk by Roger May computer, and I bet you, if you walk by Roger May's computer, you gonna pick up, you gonna try to collect you gonna start a GoFundMe or start a collection to get that man a new computer. Cause I don't even know how he that shit is even still running. Lamar said 259 for the system. Yeah, yeah. Them systems ain't cheap. I had to buy two of them. That's 400 and change. Cause I ain't like the one I brought. And these shits is confusing. They Stone Age. Yeah, go look at Roger May's computer. Roger May probably got the first Dell ever made. Like that's how his computer looked fucking terrible. We're like, nigga, like you need to buy you a new fucking yeah. Like we need to put up a collection. I know you getting pocketing something from brackets. You can get you a computer from Walmart, my nigga. Them shit's 250 now. Like, come on, Roger. Like, come on, sit out one of these leagues for a while. You know, you could just shoot. Like, hey, I know you be getting some of this league money, Roger. You can buy you a new fucking computer. God damn, Roger make computer look fucking terrible. Like, that's God. Y'all don't want it, man. I be talking to the bowling people around about stuff like this, and y'all just don't understand. Like I be talking in the bowling. I be like, that computer look fucking like we need to come together as a community and buy him a new computer. Yeah, he got the first ever gateway. Yeah, that shit is terrible. But that's the type of computer that you need to get on these to get on these like a lot of this technology is old. Yeah. You know what I've been wanting to talk to y'all about? And this is a sidebar. My bad. I'm about to change the subject real quick. Because I was talking to some people in the parking lot of Dougie Vision, right? And y'all ever, let me know if y'all ever noticed this, right? Because I'm one of my favorite things to do is people watch. That's why I love places like Vegas and Times Square. Because I'll just post up and just people watch. I I don't think nothing of them. Like I don't have any thoughts. Like I don't be trying to. Like I know some people be like, "Oh, I try to pretend what they gonna say." No, no. I just watch. I just observe. I just like to observe. Like you weirdos would be like, "Yeah, I'll be pretending I know what they're talking about." No, that's fucking weird. That's because you're fucking nosy. But anyway, um, here's what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. So I like to observe people. So you ever notice how you be outside and you watch a family that's getting ready to bowl, or like a family that don't go bowling often, and they pull up in the parking lot, they get out the car, they're all happy, the little kids is dancing, we going bowling, we going bowling, we going bowling. And then the one of the boys is see like, I'm gonna use the red ball, I'm about to bowl all the strikes. You know, they talking about bowling. But you're watching this and you know they're about to walk into a full house tournament or full house league, and you just know they about to walk in there and walk back to the car, and you just watch. Nobody say, "Hey, you might not want to go in there because they got a full house." Nobody stops them, and they be, "We going bowling, we going bowling," and then you watch them walk out of the bowling alley, back into the car. Boy, that walk back be some of the most depressing walks. Kids be like, man, you said we was going bowling. He was like, they closed. What you want me to do? They full. What you want me to do? You know, they be headed to the car arguing. It be, that, I'm sorry, but that is some of the saddest, funniest shit ever. Cause you just be like, yep, they about to make a U-turn. They just don't know it yet. It's a full house tournament or full house league. And it's it is the most sad thing that, but it's also the funniest because it's just like, you just watch them. They be walking, they be all happy walking into the building, not knowing they about to get some bad news. And then they come back to the car, kids stomping, crying. Stop all that crying before we go home. I told you we're gonna go up to the one up the street. What's it called? Strikes and Stars or some shit like that. What's it called? You know it. Let's go try them. Main event up the goddamn street. Stop all that whining. He said, Lamont said, yo, that's cold. Yeah, that's yo, that's cold. I asked the family yesterday was Plan B. Yo, that's cold. Yeah, yo, that's cold. Yo, I can't imagine, you you walking past them and you be like, so where y'all going now? What's Plan B? Yeah. Yo, one of them kids been likely cussed your ass out. Yo, that's hilarious. Be like, yo, so what's Plan B? That is too funny. Oh man. But yeah, that's some sad shit to see. They be super excited. They be super excited. We going bowling. We bowling. They come out that bowling alley, boy. They be mad. I done seen couples walk in there arm in arm, hand in hand. They walk out, don't touch me. Like damn. So I done seen that breakup. Something always go wrong when I'm with you. I done seen that breakup. Happy homes. Yeah, that don't get that walk of shame back to the car. That don't get talked enough. That don't get talked about enough. Or am I just, or am I just, or is that just one of my high thoughts? Because y'all know I be in the moon. Cause, cause I be watching that and I be like, oh, I wonder now. I be like, I wonder what mood they gonna be in when they walk out of here. And like, I will be late to leave to see the walk coming back out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I, I know y'all know I normally ain't late, but I will be late to leave to watch a family walk in and walk out. Cause I'm here to tell you. Listen, she said, hold on, I gotta put this up. She said that happened today. I was in the car and the lady had 4 kids came back out, and another lady walked up to her kids when they was coming out. They stood out. They stood right at the front door, and those those mama shoulders was slumping. They had like 8 little girls between 2 of them. I thought about saying something as they were walking in, but I was there. I was there for the sad walkout. Yep, I'm telling you, it be that. It, it be that, yo, that walkout be, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I will be late for league to watch the walkout. I ain't gonna lie to you. I will be late for league to watch the walkout. Yeah, oh yeah. When it's a large group, yep. That walk, that walkout be, boy, that be some purity comedy. I'm telling you. That don't get talked about enough in the bowling alley. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I be wishing somebody be out there so I can make eye contact with and be like, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch it. Here they come, here they come, here they come. I will nobody. This needs to be talked about more. Yeah, they the walkout be crazy. Yeah, yep, they be fussing. Yeah. Yep, bro. Mom and dad be walking back to the car, fussing in the parking lot. Dad fussing at mom because he don't know any other bowling alleys in the area. Ain't there one up in Latonia somewhere, Stonecrest somewhere? There should be one. She'd be like, no, it's not. Ain't it one by that Planet Fitness? Maybe, maybe all of them can't be busy. They all can't be busy. Some one of them gotta work. Mom be like, well, you should have checked before we got here. You knew better. I always tell you before we go, we gotta check. He be mad as hell. He don't know what to do. Yo, he be so mad. That shit be he be they be coming out fussing. Oh, she said they had the audacity to sell a couple of lanes to some families, and then they said some of the folks about language at a UBA tour stop. Stop being greedy, Bolero. I did hear about that. I don't know. I didn't see it, but I heard somebody told somebody about their language or something. Yeah. All I heard was "I'm grown." So once I heard that, I was like, "All right, I'm like, oh, mind my business." You said I came in. Oh, the meeting. Oh man. So okay, well let's let's talk about the meeting. So we had a meeting with Tynell. Um, my Let me give you my thoughts after the meeting, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what happened in the meeting. So after the meeting, my thoughts was, even though I was late, I tried to rush back from Greensboro because, from what I'm understanding, this was kind of, I don't want to say thrown together, but Tynell wanted to really come out here and show his face and have a face to face meeting. Which, to be honest with you, I wish it could have been planned ahead, so I could have planned ahead. But I understand, as his company, I understand the importance and the urgency that he wanted to display. So, for that, can't do anything but respect that, because there was an issue. He was like, all right, they got a tour stop where all of them going to be together. I'm coming there. now to try to get this resolved, to show support, and you can't do anything but respect that. Um, so I definitely appreciate that. Also, going through the meeting with everybody being able to say their piece, I think he came into the meeting with open arms. I really do. I believe he came into the meeting really wanting to learn. Metaphorically, he didn't have one, but metaphorically, he came there um, with pen and paper. Metaphorically, he really didn't, but metaphorically, he came there to actually really learn. There were some honor scores there, Michaela, but I don't have all of them. I'm waiting on Christy Lee to post her recap. So in the meeting, I felt like he was open arms. I felt like I appreciated that he came. He saw a need. He did brackets. He filled that spot. Like he came to work. He came. He came meaning business. Like he didn't come playing. He didn't come with excuses. He didn't come. He didn't come trying, like I feel like play in our face or something like that. He wasn't dismissive, and I'm saying all these things because this is kind of how the leadership has been in the South. That a lot of people from the Atlanta district, even the South Carolina districts, Palmetto, and Midland, feel this way about the leadership here in the South. So I felt like Tynell came down here and was totally opposite. Um, he came here with an open ear, open arms, ready to receive the information that we were going to give him. So that's how I felt leaving the meeting. Now let's talk about during the meeting when I got there. Um, One thing that I wanted to do once I heard about the meeting, and um, I'm glad um, that we all was together as far as the leadership of the district was together in one spot. One thing I did not want to happen was there be a two-sided thing with our division. And what I mean by that was like kind of like the Deep South mixer. A lot of people didn't understand where I was coming from. And it was a lot of um, confusion because some of us has been in the UBA longer than others. Some of us path to get here was different and longer than others. For example, my path to get here, y'all know when I started my team, a lot of teams started snowballing behind us. Um, but for DSL, they were the first team in Georgia. And before they were DSL, they were on a team in South Carolina. They were on Bufu that went to Battle Bowl and made it to the finals. So when they did that, then they came off of Bufu, which means they were still in Georgia. So understand 10 years ago, well, 11, 12 years ago, people that live where you live at in Georgia was traveling all the way to South Carolina and North Carolina for tour stops. And this was with no teams in Georgia. Then they formed their own team here in Georgia. And then we're doing tour stops still in North Carolina and South Carolina. And then we came and we were still doing tour stops in North Carolina and South Carolina. And then after us, Southern came, Full Throttle came, and then we started slowly coming back here and staying in Georgia to what it is now. That is DSL's experience. So that is a lot over the years. When they became DSL and they were asking for certain events and certain things, the notion was you got to build up Georgia, build up Georgia. DSL, we need them to build up Georgia. If you do these certain things, then this will happen. So they did that. And now it's like we are trying to collect the things that you said we can get. And it didn't feel like a full effort was being put on by the UBA. But the reason why I wanted to go there and establish that was because I don't think a lot of the new teams understand, because a lot of people, majority of the people in the UBA, is probably like half and half. Majority of y'all, this is your first 2 years of experience with the UBA, or your first experience with the UBA. So when this is the experience now, is like, oh, everything is local. So you're looking at everything is, oh, I'm going to I hate to use this term, but it's everything is given to you now because it's easy. Like, you don't have to travel. You don't have to decide 2 hours if you can drive 3 hours and not to a tour stop. Or even if you want to go support your team. Let's face it, a lot of y'all are not going to drive 3 hours just to support your team. And that's what was going on. So we get that, but you got to also understand and respect the people that paved the way for it to be like it is now. So, with like, I don't want them to try to pin us against each other. Not saying that Tynell was going to do that, but I seen in the past where that was happening during the Deep South Mixer. It was like the people not understanding because they're happy just to be here, and they're looking at it as a chance to bowl, versus this isn't what we asked for because we can do this on our own. Like, we don't just give us something just to shut us up. Like, we know the difference. And that's what it felt like, because it was piss poor planning. It wasn't advertised. It was advertised more that it was canceled than it was actually a tournament going on. And not saying that it was not advertised. We're just saying it was not advertised as much. That's what we're saying. It took us a while to even know what the format was. These are all things we brought up in the meeting. But I'm saying that to say, when I went in there, I wanted to establish that we are one. We all feel the same way. We are saying the same thing. But to these new teams, I'm also telling y'all, we are owed. We feel like we are owed way much more than the efforts that they're putting into. And we know that their effort, based off of previous conversations, are not there. And seeing how they handle the other districts and their teams in their backyards, how they handle them versus how they handle us. So I think it was very receptive when I went in there, and I kind of laid that foundation. That's why Lamont Lamont, where he said I came in there fussing, came in late fussing. But everybody who I spoke to after the meeting definitely, said something to me in a positive way, and I appreciate that. And it made me it made me appreciate those who reach out and tell me how much this means to them. Appreciate them, and I can actually, because sometimes you're being told you're a leader, but in the midst of when you're in leadership, you're not being told. So you can never really reflect on it as it's happening. And today I was blessed with that opportunity to see my leadership role in action, and it be received from people in real time. So that was, I hope that made sense, but that was pretty cool today, and it made me want to continue to be that in a positive light. Um, but we was talking, we got deep, um, brought up some jersey issues. and also about understanding and being a part of rule changes and knowing what's going on. He also said something about adding a like a stay in your lane Georgia and a stay in your lane North Carolina. And I was trying to explain to him, I don't think like if you separate. First of all, also we talked about because I'm bringing this up too because all of this falls into what I'm my opinion. Once again, this is just my opinion. The masses may not be agree with me, and then I'm fine with this not being my way. This is just my opinion, but and I'm gonna tell you why I feel this way. And this is why I say this is my opinion. I know the masses would like it to stay the way it is now, and I understand that, and I understand why. And it doesn't have to be this way, but this is just if I would like it. But anyway, like I said, this is my opinion. I ain't gonna keep explaining that shit. This is my opinion. Um, so we was talking about he might do a North Carolina, like for example, a North Carolina stay in your lane and a Georgia stay in your lane. And we also talked about splitting districts for team rankings to keep it less travel and for the WCS to keep it less travel. Now, here's my opinion on that. The more you separate the travel, the less the value of that belt means. Because let me be real with you. If you're going for that WCS belt and you don't have the pride to go for it, don't do it. And I know me saying that is because of, I know you're trying to get attendance up. I know that I get it, but to me it waters it down with team rankings. If you put a North Carolina, South Carolina, the only thing you're gonna do is give them what you're giving them what they want, where they don't have to travel. And if you're going to be one of the elite bowling leagues, you have to make it elite. You have to make it elite. And this is what I'm saying, Lamont, and this is the example. We were forced to travel, and no one is forcing them to travel. A lot of it has to do. I'm gonna be okay. Let's be real. A lot of it has to do. Lamont was when we were forced to travel, and they would bowl good, or they would. Let's just say win one. They're beating their chest. Oh, y'all are this, y'all are that, and we're like, all right. Like we had to drive 3 hours to get here. You got up. Check in was 9 o'clock. You got up at 9:30 and left your house and still made it here on time for practice. And then you want to beat your chest because you bowl league here every week, and this is our fifth, maybe our fourth time bowling here. But okay, so make it even. Come and do that. Show if you this bad and you saying I'm trash, then come do this where I got the home field advantage. But they don't want to do that. But what we are thinking, and this is just an opinion, is if we was always trying to get the UBA to throw something down here in Atlanta. And they kept saying, well, if you want us to do that, then we have to build up Atlanta. Like it gotta make sense. We gotta build it up. And during that conversation, what Georgia was saying was make an event because you can't here's another issue. I keep forgetting about this issue. Um, I keep forgetting about this issue too. Battle Bowl. Battle Bowl is always in the north. And a lot of people in the South, even precious North Carolina, feel like Battle Bowl should be moved. It shouldn't always be in the North because that gives them an advantage, especially some of the teams that's very close to them. That gives them an advantage. So that's where all of this is really stemming from. We're trying to get things to move. Because if you bring a Battle Bowl here in Atlanta one time or a Mega Bowl here in Atlanta, and the people from the North come down, we even the playing field, and then the next month or the next year we go to them and just keep flip flopping. But they don't want to move it because it's a secure as speaking business wise. If it ain't, they're operating on the if it ain't broke, then don't fix it. Like we're making money, it's successful where it's at. I don't want to risk that. So no, I don't think it's just that. I think that has a part of it. Business wise, it has a part of it, but that's why we're trying to help them make it make sense, like entice them to come down here. But we understand we have less teams, but that's what makes them sell out faster. For having more teams. So, but they're they're crutching it. They're using it as a crutch. Instead of using it, positively with trying to get it to spread because you want it to grow. So why not attack areas where it's not really at? Like we Battle Bowl should be at like Tennessee or Ohio. Mega Bowl should be in Tennessee or Ohio or a popular event where people will travel to for this event. Because let's be real, like we people travel to it. There's a lot of people that travel to it from the South. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people who attend in the north, and it's just going to be reversed. A lot of people, if you have it in the south, a lot of people will attend in the south, and a few will travel in the north. It's the same thing. So you still will sell out, but like I said, I think they're operating on a if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So it's tough um, when you want an even playing field. Like let's be real. Uh, No. No. Hold on one second, y'all. I gotta get a scoop. Hey Nick, did your sister go to league tonight? Ask her what happened with the money. Rumor buzzing that somebody ran off with the money. Yeah, that's hot off the press. Ooh. All right, had a breaking story. Oh man, I got a breaking story. I had to. Hey, congratulations to Daniel Freeman. No. I'm agreeing with you, David. I'm that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it from both sides. It's like business wise, I'm agreeing. Business wise, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think that's what they. I think that's what they're. And I get it. Like we have to figure out a way to get that. But on the flip side of that, oh, charger out. On the flip side of that, David, Atlanta really doesn't want that from them. And that's the point I was trying to make earlier is, and I said this in the meeting too. I said the UBA has a choice. The UBA could say, I don't want to deal with Atlanta's bullshit, and I don't want to make all these exceptions because this is how they like things ran. I'm not going to deal with all of that. They can say that, and business wise, business is going great where they're at. So why, like, that is true. So, and what you're saying is correct. But you don't get, to me, the events are catered for the area and what they like to bowl. Like, that is what North Carolina likes to bowl. Up north, those are the type of tournaments they like to bowl. If the UBA understood that about here, that's all I'm saying is you do it for every other area. Why aren't you doing that here for Atlanta? Put tournaments here that they would go to from the UBA, and the type of things they will go to would be the things that will make them come down here or entice them to. I know we can't make them, but if we see an effort and they just don't want to come, like, cool, but let's see that. Like, that's what they want. Like that. If you was to say we're going to have an eliminator, North Carolina versus Georgia, UBA event, 24 or 60 people from Atlanta and 60 people from Georgia or South Carolina, North Carolina, whatever. That is the limit. You will sell that out. Um, the UBA isn't in Florida because Florida said, "Hey, we'll do it ourselves." Florida has a culture that sticks together. We don't. That's why the UBA, and it's not a slight to either one. Um, hold up. Right, and this is yes, agree here. No, we don't have none of this. We have our own battle of the sexes that sells out. Yeah, we have our own battle of the sexes, but we don't have a UBA battle of the sexes. Um, because like we're not gonna act like Georgia don't sell out tournaments because we do. Like we already know that. Like it's just the type of tournaments and who they're coming from. Like you can't have a man shitting on, and like I told y'all, like your owner, your team owner is not promoting these events. I know for a fact Alex is not promoting these events. Top Shelf is not promoting these events. And the reason why they're not promoting these events is because the OGs aren't like us ain't telling them to. Because they don't know about them. They don't know that Tynell posts this. They don't know that Mal posts this. They don't know that Jason Hale posts this. They don't even know who those people are. They don't know who those people are. So when you say Mal is throwing a tournament down here, they don't know who that is. Like I'm like we gotta be real about it. Like Georgia, if Georgia was to come together and stop being fucking lazy. We could have what Florida has. Florida has the EBL, I think it's called. They did it themselves. They said we don't need no slick talking from New York. You know how they talk down there. We don't need no slick talking from New York bringing that down here. We'll start our own. That's probably what they said. I don't know. Um, see, Dougie, we travel. We travel. Like you can't, and that's another thing. Like people be having stuff to do. Like you in the height of Turtles weekends. You in the height of nationals. You in the height of state. Like you, all of those things matter. And you come down here and you try to put a tournament in the middle of that, and you wondering why it ain't selling out. Like let us help you. Like that's all. Like that's what we were saying in the meeting. That's what I was saying. Like, let us have a representative in the room. I understand Georgia is difficult, but if you want to do business down here so you are not wasting your time, like, this is how things are done out here. And then you know what I did also? Everybody that was left in the room that was a team owner or team representative, I said, yo, we in here need to, as leaders of this community, need to come together and figure out how to change the dynamic of this culture because it's ass backwards. So we miss out on so many things because of our attitudes and entitlement. I told him we need to help change the culture in here. Another thing that was talked about is when I be saying these things, I'm not the only one who feels this way. These are all conversations. Why would 50 teams come here to bowl when they have their system there? It's not 50 teams up there. It's an event. So let me okay. The South don't have 50 teams in Delaware to go to Battle Bowl, but we go to Battle Bowl. There's a lot of people that go to Battle Bowl in Delaware. That's from the South. That go to Battle Bowl from here in North Carolina and South Carolina and go to Virginia to Mega Bowl. It's an event. That is the closest thing to the South that we have where we meet up with the North. It's an event. Whether they have 50 teams, they got a lot of teams in the North. That doesn't matter. Like that the amount of teams don't make a difference because once again, Battle Bowl, Mega Bowl, those are in different locations where everybody meet up and go. So the amount of teams don't matter. Yeah, so the amount of team, yeah, that doesn't matter. I'm replying to Lamont's comment. I mean, I definitely agree with this. So we should consider doing what Florida is doing. Why can't we promote other cities in Georgia to establish UNA teams? Augusta, Columbia, Savannah, right? I and that was my thing where I feel like what Charles is saying. What I'm feeling Charles is saying. Um, I think that will help the UBA moving Battle Bowl around. But you also have to understand from a business perspective, or maybe they try to throw something, get a couple of teams to agree to go to Tennessee and do maybe a Battle Bowl style tournament in another city. Maybe that will work. Have teams who's willing to go, who could bring 9 to Tennessee, so we could try to entice them for the UBA. Maybe that's an idea, to help promote, but or move the UBA in different cities, because that is the only, like, yes, we got to be fair. We got to look at things both sides. The UBA is a business. They are not your friends. It is a business. So I do understand it. They are making a lot of money where they're at right now and how it is constructed right now. So they are selling out. They are making their bottom dollar. So I do understand any changes, you know, trying to figure out how to make this work without disrupting what they already have, what they already making, because it's right now it's working. So I do, like, we got to be fair. I do understand that, looking at it from a business perspective. That's why I'm saying to throw one of those events, to throw one of those events to entice them to come down here. But it has to be a decent event. Because let's be real, we don't need, I'm not talking about like we need to fill up a house full of them. No, we just need, if we got a 40 lane house, 20% of them should be from out of town. That's the percent. Like I don't know why we like, there is a small group of North Carolina bowlers that do travel, um, and they have influence where they can travel. So like, let's not act like we need them to fill up the whole house coming from North Carolina. That's not realistic. Like, and why would we want that? Like, like, I think when people be saying things, I don't. I'm about to strike some nerves with this one. I don't mean, I don't know that I need to talk to you in Creon because you don't understand the basics. Like, I'm not. No one is saying, and I'm not, and I don't know who this is for. But I'm not saying this is for a particular person. But I'm just saying in general, when I'm talking to anyone, I shouldn't have to talk in Creon and state the obvious. Like, I'm not trying to win an argument. I'm trying to fix a problem. So I we don't think North Carolina should come down here and fill up the house. That's not real. That's like, where will we get the ball with them like that? Let's not be let's use our thinking caps, all right, people. But they should fill, if it's a 40 lane house, they should fill up 20% of that, and we fill up the other 80. Like, that's all we're asking for. It's like a small number. Like, we keep acting like we're asking for 50 to 100 of them to come down. No, we just need about 20, 30 of y'all. Like, let's be real. Hold on, what are we talking about in the chat? Oh, he said it's sundown. He doesn't know what time it is right now. China, you stupid. Oh man, that was funny. He said, "What do I think it take to change the culture? Some backbone." That's what I think. Have a backbone. Speak your own fucking experiences and mine. That's what I think will help change the community. Stop being a yes man. Stop caring what everybody fucking thinks and state your fucking opinion. Yeah, have a fucking backbone. That's what I think it'll take to change the culture. Because the people you following ain't your experiences. If you're a 180 bowler, stop talking like you 220. You don't have those same experiences. It's okay to be a 185 and talk 185. Like, we know you don't know what you're talking about. Your average tell us you don't know what you're talking about. Have a backbone. Talk your average. Talk your experience. When I was a handicap bowler, I talked like a handicap bowler. Hey, fuck you, scratch bowlers. Don't bowl handicap if you complain about handicap. Now that I'm a middle child now. Nobody wants to fucking hear from me. I'm 215. I'm the middle child. I'm too good for handicap, and I'm not good enough for scratch. I'm in the middle. So I talk my problems right now. A lot of y'all need to talk your average. Like, um, hold on, I'm reading the comments. But yeah, that's what I think. Just a lot of too many people be following who they admire, and you can still admire somebody and have different opinions based off of your experiences. I don't think me and the people who I'm around in the bowling alley ever really see eye to eye. If you came out the bowling alley today, you seen us arguing about something, but it wasn't like, but we have different opinions, but we respect each other's opinions. We're just passionate about what we feel. So from a distance, it looked like an argument, but from when you're in the middle of it, it's just us just trying to figure out a way to get us to the next level. And it's all just passion for it. So you have to give the Nevada Bowlers a reason. Oh, the North Carolina Bowlers a reason to come down here. But hold on. I that is, I think at least this is what we're saying. I think we're saying the same thing. Like we're trying to business wise. Well, maybe that's what I'm saying, and maybe no one else is understanding because they're not thinking business wise, like me and you are in your comment at least. Because I like, and I think if you just tuned in, I think that's you may have missed that one. But I was saying business wise, the UBA is kind of operating in the if it ain't broke, don't fix it phase. Because they're like I said, they're selling out where they at. They're getting money where they at. Why would they? What? Like you said, what would make them change from what they're getting used to? Because they're able to, I'm hoping they're able to, thrive off of. And when I say thrive, I don't mean being, just being where they can still operate and run successfully and keep it going successfully. So, and I think, you know, I think sometimes we don't think about the business wise. And like you said, I do understand that it does have to make sense. So, but we just got to figure that out. And I think that's where we're at right now through conversation. And like I said earlier, when Tynell came out here this weekend, I think it was great. I think it was a great show of leadership. We did express to him that we feel like this should have been happening. Tynell is the first leadership of UBA to ever come down here, period. That's Mal, um, Jason. Ray wasn't in that position that he's in now when he came down here. I mean, when he was down here. But he's been down here. At least he's been down here and he understands the culture because he also has been behind the scenes, saying the same things we're saying, trying to get certain leadership to come. So, but yeah, it's a lot of yes men. We telling people put your experiences from the doubles in the chat. Yeah, I mean, we know now, we know, but we were just that was just what we had asked for. Like he said, been there at 228 and up. Most of y'all appreciate y'all Southern folks. He said pig Latin. Justice Force 180 bowlers. He said he said for scratch bowlers is crazy. He said what do a 180 sound like pig Latin? That is hilarious. Yeah, put I think, but don't get it to it. We only want. Let me say this. The only reason why is just a competitive nature, like that. Like we bowled against South Carolina bowlers. We were in the same district. It's all just competitive nature. As far as why we wanted North Carolina to come down. Like, but I think now it is getting draining, and it's we don't care now. To be honest with you, like we bowl with Bama, we bowl with we go to Florida. We just it's just a competition wise. That's I think that's where people is getting it. He said, "I just, it did work, huh, Sam? Huh. Hey, it was Sam. It was clickbait. I got you. It worked. It worked. It worked. Yep. I that is, this. Thank you, Elise. This is what I've been saying. Yep. This is exact. Look at it. First of all, applaud Elise for this black dress. Great. Look at Elise. She's showing off them legs, ain't she? Shout out to Elise in this black dress. But this is exactly what I'm saying. I don't think, and I said this in the meeting today too. She said GA is growing at a rate where it needs its own representation to explain how GA bowlers feels. Mal can't speak for GA because he does not know, so there's no communication to up north and what GA bowlers need. And that is that. This is what I'm saying. And don't get it twisted. She's not saying we need something where we're making the decisions just for Atlanta. No, we just want to be in the room so we can explain to them how it works down there, so they could come up with something that works for us, that they will support, that they as a business can thrive on, and we as bowlers could get what we want also. And that representation just puts that bug in the air of what may work, what may not work, how it works down here. That is what this is all I've been saying right here. This is all I've been saying. Um, Let me see. They didn't oil y'all lanes, and our lanes was oily. I heard, dang, what in the world? That is crazy. Yeah, but yeah, we was kind of talking about the meeting today, Tynell. Um, who was throwing bowling balls at people? What in the world? Yeah, we wanted to Tynell. We did. We wanted to appreciate you for coming down here because if I'm being real, um, it showed great leadership. Um, it showed it showed me that you really wasn't being informed about a lot of things. Um, we also stated, we felt like you came in there with open arms, ready to hear. We didn't feel shut down like we have in the past with the Southern leadership. Um, it really felt like you was there with a pen and a paper. Um, we gave you, we appreciated it because I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried at first because I'm like, God damn, like this is short notice. But even getting there late, walking right in, it did not feel like it was a. You was just there just to just shoo us away. It really felt like you really cared, and we appreciate the. I be trying to use big words, y'all, but I can't find them. But I appreciate how urgent this seemed for you to come down here and handle this and to do the brackets. I hope we put on a good tour stop. We were loud. I know that. You saw some people running. Um, you got a little more than what you paid for too today with tour stop drama. You know that you got. Luckily cooler heads prevailed. Uh, but But yeah, we just hope. Whoa, who got daddy issues in the chat? What are y'all talking about? Man, see, also representation will explain the strands and understand to the UBA as a whole. It is a business, but business with culture cultivated over the years of learning and evolving. True, definitely. Uh. Yeah. So, but it was but he we also I know we didn't really get to cover a lot more. Well, I didn't because it was a lot to not a lot today, but I just wanted to relax. I didn't want to be working today. But I know we spoke about having a. I didn't finish my thought. Sorry, y'all. But we spoke about having a split North Carolina, and we're already splitting stops. But my thing is with the splits, and like I said, this is just my opinion. This is not something. Um, yes, and Tynell, what Elise, I don't know if you heard me, but what Elise is saying is exactly what I've been saying. If she put it in a more elegant way, that's exactly what I've been trying to say. What she just said. But I know Tynell talked about having a North Carolina, Georgia, kind of stay in lane. And then we're already splitting the districts for team rankings. So my opinion is based off of the fact that I like to travel, and that's why I signed up for the UBA. Is when Amanda was like, if you sign up for this, the tour stops are all going to be in South Carolina, North Carolina. I was like, yes, that's what I want to do because she said that. Now, if I'm being totally honest, I don't know if I would have started a team if it was all in Georgia. I think if it was all in Georgia, more teams would have already been there, and I could have just joined a team. But um, I don't. I love the fact that we got to travel. So when he said that, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, we're just making it easier for the people to kind of have their way and not really earn it. Because I like the belt series because, like, Juice was the world champ. Like, you had to, like, there was people from New York he was bowling, Virginia, all over to try to take that belt from him. And even like the cruiserweight, it's everybody from North South Carolina. I like that. Um, like I like that competition. I like that experience. I feel like that makes me a better bowler. So selfishly, I don't want anything split. I don't want the split stop. I don't want the North Carolina unholy. Oh, I'm sorry, North Carolina stay in your lane and Georgia stay in your lane. I want to go up to North Carolina. I like arguing with Randy and getting him because Randy. Let me tell you something. Randy should write a book on trash talking because he don't get disrespectful. His trash talk sting, and he don't say nothing crazy, and that's just as how it should be, you know. But he that's why I don't like the split stops. That's why I don't like the Georgia division because I miss bowling to Savages and complete anarchy and beating up on Bufu and the body snatchers. I miss that. Some of y'all, I bowl y'all like we said, we bowl y'all in the league and all that. So but that's my selfish way of opinion if I had it my way. So I understand I can't. So, like I said, it's just an opinion. If one day the UBA wants to, um, go back to where it being traveling. Because I like team rankings being travel. I like going to Charlotte and they happen to come here. I do enjoy that. We had a good time, Georgia. Yeah, Georgia had a good time in Greensboro. Georgia was there heavy. Shout out to Joe Ennis, Holton, Tony McQuarrie, Darren Vance, and I don't know the other guy. They borrowed him from North Carolina, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. But they cashed. They beat out me. Shout out to me, Nick. Shout out to Calvin Rogers. Shout out to China. We made the cut. No thanks to me, but we made the cut. Um, Big shout out. Yeah, see, even Terry said, yeah, our first season, yeah, that first season was special. That second season when we made the playoffs, yeah. Yeah, Dave, but we got to change the culture to do that. Yeah, that was Randy, the Garland. Yeah, Randy is hilarious. But yeah, put your experience, Terry. You in here. Your partner was talking about us earlier. If you bowled the Bad Intentions tournament, put your experience in the chat. Let me know what happened. Also, once again, we giving them grace. It was their first tournament. It's not easy. I keep telling you, it's not easy. It's not easy. Like them systems ain't user friendly. So, but we giving them grace. But yeah, put your experience in the chat. How you felt yesterday? Terry got drinks and money. Whoa, pause. A disabled division. He said, "Bro, they erased my scores." But yeah, let's recap the tour stop real quick. Um, Still, put your experience in there. I'm gonna recap the tour stop. As y'all can see from my little scrolling ticker, nobody said nothing about my scrolling ticker. Like y'all, I ain't getting nothing about it. Y'all like, dang, I ain't like normally. Like, yo, like I think Michaela was the only one who said something about it. She was like, "Yo, the color's hurting my eyes." I'm like, "Damn, ain't nobody." It sounds like prostituting. They gave Terry drinks and money. It sounds like prostituting. uh, he's Lamont out here pimping Terry. Terry got drinks and money. he, he, he paying people in drinks. Oh man. But yeah, ain't nobody say nothing about the scroller. Like, dang. he said, Terry said they made it right at the end. Probably the most memorable event I've ever bowled. Terry, yeah, you had a lot of different emotions. You was leading the field by 1,000, and then bowl good, and then had the turn be told you had to bowl over. You said, yeah. So, but all right. Let me pull up the sheets. What in the world? Why is this upside down? What were you doing, Marshall? All right. So let's go to. All right. Let's start from the high end. All right. So we had the ones versus DSL. This was hilarious because it's fun. See, he said this girl makes me think I'm going to get a snow day. I appreciate that, Darren. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. See, and then once Miss Christie does the scores, I'll put the top scores in here. Yeah, I got the sheet, but I ain't doing all that. I don't like y'all that much. All right, so here we go. Got DSL over the ones 36-4. DSL, that was a funny match because the ones came out hot. They came out on fire. Yeah, they came out up 120 off the first game. I love it when y'all write the scores down on the bottom and it's correct. Yo, it makes the recaps easy. But they came out blazing. 21-57. They ain't touched 19 after that. On no pair. They came out after the first half up 157. I mean, no, my bad. 122. That's crazy. And then lost 36-4. Shout out to Jerome for shooting 712 on the scratch. Shout out to Eugene with a big 760 on scratch. Shout out to Corey shooting 711. And the ones had a whole pair that didn't even shoot 600. God damn. Somebody on scratch shot 492. Shit, who's bowling Martrell? Shout out to Cassandra. She shot 754. Cassandra shot higher than your whole team. Cassandra put in that work. No wonder she came in there with a suit and tie. All right, the next match we got. Why is this shit upside down? What are you doing, Trey? All right. Oh yeah, the scratch action. Y'all scratch bowlers is ass down here. Cause there don't be no scratch brackets, but all y'all, Ty, I told you they scared of their own shadow down here. They scared of their own shadow. Everybody wants scratch tournaments when they talking about handicap tournaments. All right, hold on. We had this one. Why do I have this twice? All right, we got Critical Role versus Striking Results. Um, this was interesting, fairly close match, but it's 28-12. Damn, there was 15 scratch brackets and 2 handicap brackets that he had to read. See, y'all, they scared of each other. It's a damn shame. Only time you gonna get good, you'll yeah brackets. You'll get plenty of handicap. Scratch, scared of their own. They scared of Demetrius. They scared of Greg Black. They who else in there? They scared of Alejandro. They scared of Donnie. They scared. That's it. Yeah, they scared. It should be a shame, but they got plenty of smoke for the handicap folks though. We had Critical Role and Striking Results. Yeah, Striking Results end up winning 28-12. Another big win for them as they continue to separate themselves in the district. We had Southern Asylum. Oh, hold up, my bad. Let me go back. Oops, go back. Okay. Shout out to Darnell Logan. He was loud trying to get his team hyped. He shot 722. Shout out to David Gravely. He shot 734. That kid is a beast. And that was pretty much it. Nobody on Striking Results shot higher than 660. Nobody shot higher than 668. But they all shot 600. All of them. God. They all shot. That's a consistent bunch, boy. Big shout out to Striking Results. Who's Bad Intentions versus Southern Asylum. Southern Asylum won 34-6. Southern Asylum. Shout out to Rich Mo. He shot 784. Shout out to Billy Villagoret. He shot 722. And shout out to Bad Intentions for showing up. Oh, no. I thought somebody. Nope. Bad Intentions, y'all need some subs. I'm looking at these scores like, God damn, y'all need some subs. Ain't no way in hell. Yeah, y'all need to work on that. I need some subs. As a matter of fact, I know y'all had a sub there. Who's next? Oh, the Outsiders, I think it says. Oh, Outsiders and Southern Listics. Um, Outsiders won in a close one, 22-18. Shout out to Demetrius, shot 736. And he was the only one who shot 700 over there. Yeah. But I gotta give a big shout out to Paulette, boy, because Paulette, she almost shot 700, but she was holding them boys up over there. Shout out to Miss Paulette Jones. Miss Paulette Sanders, excuse me. She was, yeah, Miss Paulette was, hey, she had that Stone Cold Steve Austin knee brace, you know. So, did I do Top Shelf? Oh, where? I'm trying to see. Okay, Full Throttle Top Shelf, Full Throttle 1, 2416, and a damn. That was Top Shelf was up 100, 170 pins of a life, after the first game, and then lost total by 9. No, by 11. Excuse me. Lost total. Damn. Shout out to Tyler Barty. He shot 729. He was the only one who shot 7 on that pair. Man. I don't know. Uh. Shout out to Full Throttle for coming through in the win. Yeah, that was y'all. Yeah, Top Shelf got ran down. Yeah, that was. Yeah. So that was the recap of the tour stop. I mean, we had who gonna submit an application? You talking about Elise? Who about to get a job? Mm. But yeah, does anybody, Michaela, anybody have a? Hold on, I got Nick. Nick, hey Nick. They said they just now leaving Austell, huh? I don't know. I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to get y'all an inside scoop of something that is currently going on, but I can't. Hey Terry, is Terry still up here? Oh, Terry probably at work. Oh, Oh man. So, but I will say this: Georgia, Lord. Oh, he said they didn't start bowling till 7. Damn. Did y'all get paid out today, Nick? Damn. He said Nick just posted that he just now leaving Austell. God damn. Oh, he left 41 minutes ago. Damn, that still was past midnight. He said they ain't get started till 7 because they had the state tournament there. So they had to wait till they finish and re-oil. Damn. Austell, y'all ain't make no money tonight. Damn. Yeah, that's crazy. He said they got out of there because of state. Damn. First the fat boys break up, now this. Damn. All right, Tynell. But yeah, Georgia is just weird. But I think the heart is in the right place, but it's a tough cookie to crack. I ain't gonna lie. Never understood that saying. Like, why do we want to crack cookies? But but yeah. So that was the tour stop. Yeah, we had a little interesting little melee because I can't stay on 2 feet. These big ass feet. I tripped, and somebody thought I got pushed, and it was just a lot of commotion. I didn't get pushed. Cooler heads prevailed. It was funny at the end. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. But appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm gonna see if we could get Terry, and Chris on um, tomorrow. I'm also gonna reach out to Jordan Peppers. Yeah, somebody. So it was yeah. I ain't gonna be there. I got a kid. My kids got programmed tomorrow, so I ain't gonna be there tomorrow, Jody. I told Romo's pops already. But yeah, I gotta do the family thing tomorrow. But but yeah, somebody. It was yeah, it was keep your hands to yourself, people. Stop bumping people like this. He said, said fuck them kids. Yeah, like yo, keep your hands to yourself. Stop bumping people. Like yeah, and I'm gonna get Gordon Peppers up here. I see you, Gordon. I'm gonna get Gordon Peppers up here. Hopefully this upcoming week. Um, I'm gonna inbox you tomorrow, Gordon. But yo, stop bumping people, yo. Stop being childish. Like keep your hands to yourself. I don't know, Whitney. The days be when the spirit moves me. I do need to have some type of organization. It just be when the spirit moves me. But so yeah, stop bumping people. Like yo, if you know you got like I heard Chris Kayak got bumped twice. Like keep your elbows and shoulders to yourself. Stop touching people. Like yeah, y'all be stop. Like it's unnecessary. For something happens and it be unnecessary. Like, God, can't we all just get along? Stop bumping people. Stop pointing in people's face. Stop doing dumb shit. Like, come on, y'all. It's bowling. Like, I don't want nobody to get their ass whooped over some pins. Like, stop. Like, it's ridiculous. Like why are we so childish? Stop. Don't touch nobody. How about that? Keep your fucking nasty germ. Half of y'all don't even wash your hands when you come out the bathroom. Got a nerve to be touching people. Like that's diabolical. That's crazy work for you to want. Not even you, yo. You don't even wash your fucking hands, and you got a nerve to want to touch somebody and be bumping them. Keep your germs to yourself, people. Stop touching people. Stop bumping people. You know what I'm saying? Cause like it just makes no sense. Yeah, no, ain't nobody, no man. There was no man fighting no woman, not in my presence. It. Like I said, if I could have stayed on 2 feet, none of this would have happened. My big 14 size foot ass move, falling, tripping over bowling ball bags. Yeah, but stop touching people. Stop bumping into people. You know, he said the owner, Terry's stupid. The owner of a franchise fought some lady. Terry is stupid. Ain't nobody fight no lady. Yo, Terry an instigator. That nigga stupid. Uh, right, yeah, you right about that, Garland. That needs to happen because people, boy. But yeah, keep your germs to your fucking self. Keep your cooties to yourself and all that other stuff. You know, nobody nobody should be pointing in nobody's face. Nobody should be bumping nobody unnecessarily. Walk around. Be the bigger person. Be the bigger person. Because let's be real. Like some of y'all in the bowling alley, your reputation ain't too hot, so you you might want to focus on being low key more because your reputation already is fucked up around the bowling alley. So starting trouble may not be in your best interest. Nobody gives a fuck who you are. You know, stop fucking with people. Leave people alone. Stop bumping people. Stay in the shadows because your reputation ain't too hot. Because you're gonna shoulder bump the wrong person, and then you're gonna be doing the shoulder lean. Yeah, like that is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, people. Yeah, I don't know, but that shit is weird. Keep your cooties to yourself. Keep it. Yeah. Some of y'all, your reputation, your reputation around this bowling alley, you might want to stay quiet. You might want to just stay in the shadows. Is it too fast? Oh, you said bold. Hold on, let me see. Um, let me see. Um, mm-mm-mm. I don't know. Doesn't. Let me see. Ah, let's try this. Oops. Oh, what in the world? Oh, I don't went short. I'm sure that didn't help. All right, hold on. Thank you for helping me fix it. Did it shrink? It looked like it shrunk. Let me see how this looks. Is that better? Okay, yeah, it do still look. Um, it did get small. Let me see. Is that a little better or is it still small? Um, that's a margin. Okay, how's that? All right, y'all let me know. How's that? Is that a little better? He said, I just listen for the scores. No, they needed to know to get it fixed. Okay, he said that's better. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Trying to get it fixed, get it right. Y'all family. We don't know when we got guests in that it needs to be improved. For the guests that come in. Y'all family. So I could make the change with y'all. Only family stay up with you at 1 in the morning listening to you ramble about nothing. You know, I appreciate y'all. So when we had important guests, it could at least look good. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the help and the feedback with this. I'm building little by little. So what in the world is that? But yeah, but it was a decent tour stop. Loud. I think Tynell ultimately enjoyed himself. Um, I wish I could have talked to him more, but I had a team kind of like a team meeting, I guess, officers meeting, I guess, just to clean up some stuff. So it was a good day though. It was a good day. Feel sorry for those who just got out of bowling at midnight. God damn. Um, but yeah, so we learned. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I sleepy. A lot of driving, but enjoyed my weekend. Shout out to everybody. North Carolina, they always show love. Great environment. Shout out to Dougie for going to North Carolina, putting on. But I love North Carolina. I love the Greensboro Bowlers, the Charlotte Bowlers. Um, I'm always out there. They already know. They show me a lot of love, trash talk. Make sure I'm enjoying myself, having a good time, making sure I'm safe. I always appreciate that. Not really a team meet. Well, first of all, Terry, you shot out of there so goddamn fast. You must have had to go to work because Terry, I ain't even get to see you say, "All right, man, good bowling today. Appreciate you." Like he was gone. Like so, no, it wasn't a real team meeting. It was just a officers meeting. Nothing serious. Just was sitting outside, discussing a few things. But great win today. Great bowling, Terry. Um, Terry did his numbers today. I think he won some money because I think he bet on Torrance. Did you beat Torrance this series? Let me see. But TJ, um, Terry shot 686. TJ shot 620. So I hope you did win that money. He said he had to go. So I hope you did win that money, homie. Well, you should have won that money because you won series. So I had your back. He was trying to bet Terry and not let Terrence know. Like, nah, nigga, he gonna feel some of this pressure. Terry ain't the only one gonna feel pressure. Yeah, I had your back, Terry. Yeah, Torrance kept getting tapped. And then Nick Reed, let me tell y'all something. When Nick Reed start talking trash, y'all in trouble. Just let y'all know that now. When Nick Reed start talking trash, y'all are in trouble. Yo, his trash talk is different. It is hilarious. But I ain't gonna tell y'all on here. You'll just have to experience it. But real talk, I appreciate y'all. It was a fun show. We laughed. We laughed. We laughed. Um, oh, y'all don't know what we laughed about? Oh man, this is what we laughed about. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. This is what we laughed at. Somebody come look at this. Look at this chamois. I mean, their banner. Look at the Oh man. Look at this. This is look at this. Look at the look at the pins. These are look at the pins. These are the first ever pins. These are the pins that Fred Flintstone shot his first 300 on. Yo, they got Yo, why the pins is bigger than the logo? Yo, the logo is Yo, you can tell the logo is JPEG. No, that's PNG. Yo, this is like the first ever piece of leather. Yo, oh my God, this look like a cape. Yo, Yo, oh my God, yo, this look like uh this look like the Adams family birthday party invitation. Yo, this was they did a banner reveal yesterday. Yo, they was like, yeah, 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 5x7 should be cool. Yeah, 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 yeah. They said 5x7 should be cool. Yo, look at the pins. Yo, he said I'm keeping receipt. Yeah, 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 yeah. He said, let me get a portrait of a banner. Yo, they got, yo, they banner. Yo, this is crazy work. Yo, the banner is, yo, this, yo, this look like a handkerchief. Like this, yo, yo, this look like the shit that come in the glasses that you wipe your glasses off with. He said you should have kept the receipt of the banner. Yo, and then they had it in the shadows. Like this, yo, this is, yo, this is the magic carpet from Aladdin's evil brother. Yo, this banner is crazy, yo. Yo, this banner, how your how your logo black and white and your banner in black and white? How you make a black and white item in black and white? Yo, I need double black and white. Yo, how you order double black and white? Yo, yo, this shit. Yo, this is the joint that they clean their glasses off with. This come in every eyeglass case. Oh, I got tears. They ordered double black and white. What color is your logo? It's in black and white, but I need you to put that in black and white also. Yo, I wish I was there if they did a if they yeah, she said how your new banner look vintage. How your vintage banner look vintage. Yo, how yo, somebody who was there yesterday, I need to know how they revealed this banner. Did they be like, yeah, we got our banner up, and everybody was looking around like, where? And they was like, it's over there. And they was like, where? Oh, in the shadows. Oh, I see it. Oh, like, did they play music? Did they have a drum roll? Did somebody pull a string and it came down? And it was just like, oh, that's it. Cause how y'all got the lawn chair of banner. That's oh man, this is yo this is worth every price of admission right here. This is why I love the UBA, man. Let me tell you something. Cause I ain't gonna lie, as I get sleepy, I get funnier. Oh man. She said she just noticed a ladder on the lane. It was like, that ain't supposed to be there. Yo, yo, they found the cape and was like, yo, we gonna make this a banner. Yo, did all of y'all touch this before y'all hung it up for good luck? Yo, yeah, this definitely looked like it was on Timu. Oh man, he said this is worse than Wade's statue. Yo, this look like this look like the Adams family flag. Oh man, this is the pirates, the pirates of West Jamaica. Oh my God, they got a black and white banner in black and white. Yo, double black and white banner is crazy. All right, y'all, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed and dream about this banner. Y'all have a good night. Oh.